Dad, I keep hearing people talk about liberals and conservatives, but I'm not really sure what the difference is. Can you please explain it to me using examples of countries practicing it?
Of course, son. Let's start with the basics. Liberal and conservative are two main political ideologies that often have different views on various issues. Generally, liberals tend to support more progressive changes and policies, while conservatives prefer to maintain traditional values and institutions.
What do you mean by progressive changes and traditional values?
Good question. Liberals, otherwise known as progressives, typically believe in the need for change and reform to address social inequalities and injustices. They often advocate for government intervention in the economy and society to ensure equal opportunities and protect the rights of minorities. This can include support for social welfare programs, universal health care, and policies aimed at reducing economic inequality. One good example of a country with liberal policies is Sweden. Sweden has a strong social welfare system, which includes universal health care, free education, and generous parental leave. The government plays a significant role in providing these services to ensure that everyone has equal access to them.
So, we can say that in liberal society, the government is very involved in people's lives to make sure everyone is taken care of?
Yes, exactly. They believe that government can play a crucial role in solving social problems and ensuring that everyone has a fair chance of equality and social justice. In such society, the government takes an active role in redistributing wealth and providing social services to reduce inequalities and support the well-being of all citizens.
What about country with conservative politics?
Conservatives, on the other hand, tend to value tradition, stability, and continuity. They often advocate for limited government intervention in the economy, believing that free markets and individual responsibility lead to the best outcomes. Conservatives usually emphasize personal freedom, property rights, and maintaining social order. They are more likely to support lower taxes, reduced government spending, and policies that encourage personal responsibility and entrepreneurship. A good example of a country with conservative policies is the United States, particularly in states with strong conservative leadership like Texas. Here, there is a greater emphasis on limited government intervention in the economy and personal lives.
Really?
Yeah, conservatives in the U.S. often advocate for lower taxes, reduced government spending, and more personal responsibility. They believe that individuals and businesses should have more freedom to operate without excessive government regulations.
So, conservatives want less government involvement?
Exactly. Conservatives argue that a free market economy, where businesses and individuals can make their own choices, leads to more innovation and economic growth. They believe that too much government control can stifle entrepreneurship and personal freedoms. They prefer solutions that come from the private sector or local communities rather than from centralized government authority.
What about social issues?
That's another area where liberals and conservatives often differ. Liberals tend to support more progressive social policies, such as marriage equality, reproductive rights, and gender equality. They often advocate for policies that promote diversity and inclusion.
And conservatives?
Conservatives usually emphasize traditional values and may be more cautious about changing established social norms. They might oppose policies like marriage equality or abortion rights based on their belief in traditional family structures and moral principles. However, it's important to note that there is a wide range of views within both liberal and conservative camps.
But are there any other countries that follow these ideologies?
Definitely. For another liberal example, look at Canada. Canada has a publicly funded healthcare system and progressive social policies. The government provides various social programs and takes an active role in regulating the economy to protect workers and the environment.
What about those for conservative politics?
The United Kingdom, especially during the era of Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, is a classic example. Thatcher implemented policies that reduced the size of the government, privatized state-owned industries, and emphasized free market principles. These conservative policies aimed to reduce government spending and increase economic efficiency by promoting competition.
It sounds like both sides have their own ideas about how to make their countries better.
Exactly. It's important to remember that both liberal and conservative ideologies aim to improve society, but they have different approaches. Liberals typically believe that the government should play a more active role in ensuring equality and providing social services. Conservatives believe that individual freedom and a free market economy lead to better outcomes and that the government's role should be more limited.
But are there any areas where they agree?
Sometimes, yes. While their approaches may differ, both liberals and conservatives can agree on the importance of certain issues, such as national security, the need for a strong economy, and the protection of individual rights. They just have different ideas about the best ways to achieve those goals.
But looking at it again, do people in these countries always agree with their governments?
Not always. Just like in any country, there are people with different political beliefs. In Sweden, you'll find conservatives who think the government is too involved, and in Texas, you'll find liberals who believe there should be more government support for social services. Political views can vary widely within any country.
You have said a lot, but I am just wondering that do we have countries with both liberal and conservatives ideology?
Definitely. For example, according to a 2022 Gallup poll, 36% of American voters identify as conservative or very conservative, 37% as moderate, and 25% as liberal or very liberal.
Thanks, Dad. That helps a lot. I think I understand the difference a bit better now. It sounds like both sides want to make the country better, but they have different ideas about how to do it.
That's a good way to look at it. It's important to understand both perspectives and to think critically about the issues. That way, you can form your own informed opinions and contribute to the conversation in a meaningful way.
I will. Thanks for explaining all of this to me.
Anytime, son. Remember, it's always good to stay informed and to listen to different viewpoints. That's how we learn and grow. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and learned something from this content. So kindly like and share this video. And don't forget to subscribe and follow this page for more edutainment content. See you soon.